Well, talk about a game of free throws and defense. That was pretty much it. Not much 3-point shooting, or not very efficient 3-point shooting, with the Lakers going 11 of 41, a pretty dreadful 27%. The T-Wolves going 12 of 41, only 29%. Both teams accounting for 72 total free throws, and yes, 72, with the Lakers taking 46, making 32 of them, only shooting 70%, and they definitely could have done better in that regard and probably could have put the game away a lot sooner if they had made more of them. And then the T-Wolves shooting 26 of them, and not only regular fouls but also technical fouls. Anthony Edwards picking up 2 of them and may have ended up suspending himself for a game with that, as he did pick up his 15th and then 16th technical foul. And if you're not aware, if you get 16 technical fouls in one season, you will be suspended. So whether that gets taken away or not, I'm not sure, but I imagine that Jared Vanderbilt's pretty happy with it. If you remember back to earlier this season, and kind of called him out during a game with Vanderbilt on the bench, saying that he hadn't played in about 2 years now, and Vanderbilt did happen to be a part of not only one of his technical fouls, but actually 2 of them. So I imagine Vanderbilt was pretty happy with that, kind of getting his revenge, and there definitely is some bad blood between the 2 of them. Apart from all that though, talking more about defense, and there definitely was a lot of it in this game, especially from the Lakers and especially during the first half. I mean, after Anthony Edwards got ejected, they took their foot off the gas pedal a little bit and got a bit lackadaisical, but prior to that point, they were playing elite defense and pretty much the entirety of their team. Not only guys like Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt, but even LeBron out there, flying around on defense, getting 2 steals and 1 block, Luka playing good defense, Austin taking a few charges, or at least trying to, and playing pretty good defense himself. Them holding the T-Wolves to only about 35% shooting during the first half, ending with only 41% shooting from the field and again 29% from 3. That was probably my favorite part about the game, the defense. I mean, obviously it can make for a pretty long and boring game at times, but very good defense for them, and defense does win championships after all, and I've been very happy with the Lakers defense. I've talked about this plenty lately, but they have been the number 1 rated defense dating back to January 15th, and that's now a 20-game sample, and this game was yet another good representation of it. But then finally for the individual stats, and there were plenty of them, LeBron had another great game tonight, and with Luka on the team and being more of their primary ball handler and point guard, it's made LeBron more into a scoring mindset kind of player, and that's a very dangerous thing for an opponent. Once again leading their team in scoring with 33 points tonight, and not only that, but 17 rebounds to go with it, not to mention 6 assists, and although 4 turnovers came with it, with all 3 of Luka, LeBron, and Austin accounting for 11 turnovers, 11 of the team's 12 total turnovers, they were very efficient tonight, and especially from LeBron James. Then Luka tacking in 21 points, albeit on not very efficient 3-point shooting or field goal shooting, but he did make that absolutely ridiculous 3-point shot at the end of the shot clock. Then Austin chipping in 23 points, they all accounted for 20 plus points, and once again combining for about 80 points, so very good in that regard. And overall from a team standpoint, not a ton of offense, but again, really good defense, and I'm more than happy with this win tonight. And with that being said, I'll let you hear about what JJ Redick had to say about it, and how they can carry this momentum going forward and into the game tomorrow night against the LA Clippers.
JJ, first of all, do you have anything on Rui and how he's doing after leaving the game?
Yeah, it's left knee strain. Obviously, we'll get more information over the next 24 hours.
What's the, and again, you don't have much information, but just level of concern if he does have to miss time and kind of how you guys manage considering how well he was playing?
I'm concerned when any guy gets hurt, in particular, you know, one of our best players and a guy who's been so important to everything we've done on both ends of the floor this year. So, I mean, I'm not going to speculate on the severity of the injury. You know, I'm hopeful that it's nothing serious.
For tonight's game, it seemed like you're still getting a lot of good shots, still not going down, missing a lot of free throws. Do you feel like you rode the defense, or how did you end up carrying it out?
I think early it was defense. We still had some good stretches in the last 3 quarters. Offensively, I liked a lot of what we did. Our spacing was much better than last game. Thought we handled a lot of their pressure well for the most part. I think we ended up with 13 turnovers, had a shot clock violation. Braun missed the lefty lay. The last 2 games we played these guys, we had 22 and 23 turnovers, so that was important for us. The 16 offensive rebounds were big. I think Luka and Braun, for both those guys to get 12 defensive rebounds and 11 defensive rebounds was huge. One of you guys asked me pregame just about their rebounding and how important it is for our team as we, play a lot of lineups that don't have a traditional center.
Luka came into tonight, I think, shooting 25% from 3 since he joined you guys. Goes 1 for 9 tonight. As part of the kind of onboarding process, like you're gonna let him kind of shoot his way out of this to try to get comfortable.
I mean, we trust Luka as a shooter and as a decision maker, and the type of shots he's been able to create throughout his career. And I think we've all had stretches like that. I mean, he'll find his rhythm. We're confident he will.
TJ, I think I asked you the other day about kind of the toll of the style you guys are playing defensively in terms of energy, and this is another game where second half of that third quarter, you guys worn down a little bit, it looks like. Are you seeing any of that? Just, you guys are playing so hard.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any kind of any cost for that?
No, certainly the transition defense hurt us tonight. I thought in the half court we were excellent. Only a few game plan mistakes. You could certainly speculate maybe the shooting woes are because guys are playing so hard defensively. Maybe I don't know. I know we've had some good games where we played as hard as we played tonight, shooting the basketball. So something we'll monitor for sure.
JJ, to piggyback, as a shooter yourself, obviously, some of these looks that these guys are getting wide open, as Dodo liked to say, the buck naked shots. Is it harder sometimes in the flow of a game to make those than if it's contested or there's a guy close?
No, I don't necessarily think that. I think it's just more about just the rhythm. Again, this is now 5 of 6 games where we haven't played against coverage outside of a few minutes with Luka Garza and Dwight Powell. So, playing against switching defenses for anybody can throw you off rhythm.
The shots weren't falling for a lot of the night, but the defense has been there kind of carrying you. What did you see on that end to help you guys come through with the victory?
Yeah, I think we set the tone early. First quarter, I think they had like 16 points, something like that, so we set the tone early.
Your shot wasn't falling from the perimeter, but you do hit the one where you're almost falling out of bounds. You kind of looked up as if saying, okay, finally one goes down.
I mean, it's crazy. I can't make a normal shot and not make that shot. Just at this point who I am, but got to work on that easy shots. Got to knock them down. I've been playing horrible, so I got to get back to it.
You guys are winning games, though. What have you noticed about your teammates, and how are you getting the job done as a group?
Like I said, the first time we set the tone on defense, and then we play with pace. The ball is moving, so that's how we win games.
What did you see from LeBron James tonight?
Amazing. There's nothing else to say. Amazing.
All right, Luka, go ahead.